we'll start with alternating current or AC current. So we have seen as AC dynamo or AC generator. In that case, where we have seen the Faraday's law of the induced EMF was actually used, and then we have seen how a dynamo keeps on moving in a magnetic field, and in the magnetic field, when the dynamo moves, it experiences the change of magnetic flux, and this would generate the induced EMF, which we have called, or which we have seen using the dynamo producing an alternating current or AC. Now generally DC sources would produce DC current, whereas AC sources would produce AC current. So we have already seen that this discussion little we have done. The DC currents are the current where the direction of current doesn't change. It's a kind of constant current. Whereas AC current is a kind of sinusoidal current which changes its values as well as the direction with respect to time. So when we have seen generally the EMF that this is the expression that we have got from AC dynamo, and the EMF that is generated when the dynamo experiences the change of flux, and they generate a kind of EMF which is a sinusoidal EMF with the kind of maximum or peak value being either positive, this side positive E0 and this is negative E0. So this is a sinusoidal curve, and this is the current which keeps on changing a direction as well as its value. So this alternating current would be used in our day-to-day life, or a directional current would be used in a day-to-day life. Always had been a topic of discussion. At the beginning it was kind of very confused as to confusion as to which one should be used. So Thomas Edison, he was for using DC. He said that we can go for the DC current, whereas Westington scientist, he proposed that we can use AC. And there are two reasons of why we see that we have gone for AC in our day-to-day life. All our domestic and all our current supplies are AC current, and there is a reason why we prefer AC over DC. The first and very important reason is the AC currents can be made either higher value or lower value. In the sense, if we generate a higher value AC current or higher value AC voltage, that can be passed on through a transformer, and you can just transform its value to a higher value to a lower value using a transformer, which we will come across the later part in this chapter. So using a transformer, an AC can be either increased in value or decreased in value. So therefore for the lower values, or for the domestic use, we can use a transformer and lower its values. Whereas if I have higher value of AC, that is very helpful to take down this communication and to pass for the transporting from one place to another place, the communication purpose, to transport this voltage or to transport this current in a very economic way. The higher values of AC are used. So therefore what we see that we prefer AC because of two reasons: because both higher as well as lower values are useful, and it can be transformed using a transformer. So higher values would be used for a for communication purpose and lower values for all our domestic purpose. Therefore, we always we have gone with the AC current in our general domestic appliances and domestic uses. And now, as talking about AC current, as we have seen, this dynamo or this generators, they produce this EMF, which is E naught sine omega t, where we see that the current or the voltage, it have an angular frequency omega. So it changes with an angular frequency omega, and therefore it has a time period t, which is 2 pi by t, and also this omega is 2 pi nu, or this is the frequency. Omega many times is also called as the angular frequency, whereas this is the frequency. And we know in our in India our AC frequency is 50 Hertz. This frequency is the number of cycle that this AC current goes in 1 second. So this is what is the frequency. So if in India, where we use the frequency as 50 Hertz, and therefore our angular frequency becomes 314 rad per second. So this is the angular frequency for our Indian domestic uses. And as we have seen that this theta, which is omega into t at any particular instant of time, so you take any kind of omega t at any particular time. If you take the omega and that particular angle or that particular sine angle is what is called the phase of this particular AC current. So phase means it kind of demonstrates, or it kind of explains what is the state of that particular situation at that particular time t. So at a particular time t, for a AC current, for a AC, since it's kind of a wave, it goes like a wave, is also called as electromagnetic wave. So for this type of movement at a particular instant of time t, what is the state of that particular current? We call it as the phase of the current. Later you see that this is a very important quantity for us to analyze when we have two or multiple AC currents or two or multiple electric wave, and therefore the concept of phase is very, very important. Also, when in an AC current, generally when we use various type of components like a capacitor, a resistor, or inductor, we see that when we try to analyze such kind of circuits and AC currents through it, the phase and therefore the diagram with the phase angle, which we will come to know called phasor, and algebraic calculation of the phasor becomes very important when we try to analyze any kind of circuit through which this AC current is flowing. And now coming to the voltage, so the AC voltage would be in the dynamo where we have the two poles, two polarities, positive and negative. Across the two poles, whatever is the voltage drop, that we call it as the AC voltage. And as we have to collect the current through this voltage would be across resistance, and the current through that resistance, whatever for the voltage V, whatever current that moves across a particular resistance R, we call it as the AC current. Now if you see that this I or this V, they are called the instantaneous voltage of AC or instantaneous current of AC, as this is a particular time at t. This current becomes instantaneous current, or V becomes the instantaneous voltage. Now I naught or V naught is the maximum voltage or maximum current. Now if we have to analyze movement of AC current, or when we study the AC current, what happens is the value of I naught or V naught, it not always gives us the accurate place or state of the current, because this is only the maximum current or the maximum voltage that we are talking about, and these are the instantaneous voltage, in the sense in a particular time t, this would be my current or this would be my AC voltage. So therefore, when we try to study the AC current, either we talk about the mean current or the mean voltage, or we talk about the RMS current, root mean square current, or root mean square voltage. So therefore, the mean or average current and root mean square current becomes very important concept for studying AC circuits and for studying AC voltages.
If you like the video, then press the like button, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon.